So I'm Tim Thornes.
And I'm Michal Temkin-Martinez.
And we're teaching Linguistics 498, which is
the Linguistics Capstone course.
Sure. It's a course that centers around field methods and language documentation methodologies having to do with trying to understand or develop an understanding of the structure of a language, its grammar, by simply working with native speakers without the help of any additional materials like dictionaries or grammars or anything like that.
Yeah, and every year we work with a different language, and in fact we don't reveal the language until the beginning of the year, the beginning of the semester. And we have been working with different speech communities within our refugee population here in Boise, mostly working with with people who arrived here from African countries as refugees.
Yeah, and I think the majority have been from the Democratic Republic of Congo, but there are also refugees here, of course, from Sudan, Somalia, and other places.
Eritrea, yeah. So all students have to have senior standing in order to take this class, and we the course works best if the students have taken both 312, Introduction to Phonetics and Phonology, and 318, Introduction to Morphology and Syntax, before they actually enroll into class. Some of them end up having to take 312 at the same time as senior seminar, but generally speaking, they have to be seniors, and they have to have had some linguistics classes under their belts.
Right, because the class actually exploits all of their training that they've had throughout their linguistics emphasis experience here at Boise State.
So because this class is required of all students in the linguistics emphasis, we offer it once a year, every spring semester.
So if you're planning to graduate either in the spring semester or in December, in the following fall semester, you need to take this course during the spring before you graduate. I just love working with the speakers. I think that's the most rewarding and fulfilling part of the course, is having the opportunity to work with a speaker who is an expert in their language, obviously, and trying to sort of figure out and puzzle through what some of the nuances and structures that the language has.
Yeah. And we've had some amazing speakers to work with. I really enjoy seeing the students interact with the speakers, and having the students have aha moments. We'll sit in class and we'll be, eliciting sentences, and all of a sudden you'll see a student sort of freeze and realize they got a pattern. They figured it out. Something really cool just happened, and I like that aha moment. Those are definitely a highlight.
Right, and that ends up being a topic that the students are always excited about discussing at their next class meeting, and then we try to figure out how to explore that issue or that phenomenon further.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important for students to have to leave the program with humility about what linguistic knowledge entails, and so building on the relationship with the speakers and with their cohort, I think there's a kind of group dynamic that develops around how to respectfully work with people who speak these wonderfully beautiful and interesting languages, and then also just the opportunity to apply all of the skills and tools that they've encountered and come to learn how to use in that language learning context.
Yeah, and I think it's unique to have a course like this at the undergraduate level, and we made it a senior capstone experience because it requires all those different, experiences and a level of maturity from the students as well. But I think it's important that to really harp on the idea of what Tim mentioned about humility. I think seniors get to sort of feel kind of cool about everything they know. They're so knowledgeable. They've taken all the classes. They've done really well, and this is one of those classes that makes you step back and think like, wait, I don't know anything. There are so many things in a good way, right? Because I mean, we feel that way when we teach that class, right? We're learning brand new structures that we've never heard before. We've never actually seen in on actual languages before, and so it's a humbling experience, and I think it's really important to experience that as a mature adult, and so I think it's really nice to be able to do that with our students.
Just enjoy the opportunity, because it's not an opportunity that comes around very often, to get to work on a language that there might not be a lot of information about, to be able to work one-on-one with speakers for over the course of an entire semester. That's a pretty rare thing. Even in graduate programs, a lot of graduate programs don't offer students that opportunity, so I think it's really a great one to take advantage of.
And don't dread it. Don't dread taking this class. This is it's meant to be a challenge, but it's also meant to be a really, really wonderful experience. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So